Hi, my name is Tiffany and I'm a Yoga Alliance registered yoga instructor with 200 hour certification. For today's class, I'm going to be focusing on strength and with assist adjustments and teaching my students how to get deeper into the pose with the use of props. Another reason why I love to use assists and adjustments during my class is that it provides a hands-on connection with my students as they practice on their mats. A really big goal for me as I teach is to teach my students about yoga. And I'm not talking about the poses that we practice on the mat. I am teaching about bringing yoga off the mat. So that's more than just asanas, but it's about how you carry yourself throughout the day. So without further ado, let's jump into our practice. So in today's condensed version of a 40-minute class, we have two props here with a bolster. These blocks will be able to help us stabilize and get deeper into our poses, and a bolster may be used to more relaxation or restore poses. So to start off here, we're going to be going into a tabletop position with your wrists directly below your shoulders and your knees directly underneath your hips. So start up with the stable spine here, and as we inhale, dip the belly and look up to cow pose. Exhale as we round our back, push through our palms, chin to chest. Inhale, cow. Exhale. Do a couple rounds of this at your own breath. Using this moment, start to warm up the body and warm up the spine for today's practice. Then start to swirl your hips. And then flip the wrist over and start to make circles around the hips here. As your hips circle around your wrists, start to notice any tension you feel in your body. Now flip the palms back, curl the toes, send the hips up and over to downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet here as your left heel reaches the mat, and then your right. Make sure that in your down dog, your neck is relaxed, and that we're bending our knees and sending our hips up. Bending our knees and sending our hips up here to release any tension in our shoulders, creating a flat spine. As you inhale, gazing the spot in between your hands, and slowly walk your feet up. And as you exhale, releasing your forward fold. And slowly start to roll up to standing pose. Bring the shoulders up and back. Start to sway left to right and front and back as we find our center and our equilibrium in mountain pose, Tadasana. And once you found your center, inhale the arms up. Connect that palm center and bring the hands down through center. Use this time to set your intention for today's practice. Whether it's to keep breath in each pose or stay committed to today's practice. When you're ready, one more time, inhale. Bring your intention down your body. Inhale. Exhale, flip the hands, swan dive down, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Plant the hands down in the mat, step back to your plank. In your plank, make sure that your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders and that you're pushing out through the soles of your feet here. Keep the core engaged and the back flat. Exhale, release, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Inhale the right leg up towards the sky. And bring it down to set up for your lunge. Once you're stabilized, inhale, rise up to high lunge. As you inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, release down to your lunge. Inhale. Exhale, release in your lunge. One more time, inhale. Exhale, release. Bring the hands down to your mat. Gently release that left foot down. Inhale to a low lunge, Anjaneyasana. You can stay here or grab opposite elbows. Now inhale back onto your mat. Stabilize the left hand on the inside of your right ankle. Inhale the right arm up and twist towards the right. Exhale, release. Bring the left knee up, send the right foot to meet with the back. Downward facing dog. Start to walk your heels towards the front of your mat. Release in your forward fold. Now sit the hips back, peel the chest up and over into chair pose, Uttanasana. Make sure to gaze down and make sure that your knees are directly above your ankles. Stay here for a couple breaths. Exhale, release back down onto your mat and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up to three-legged dog and bring the left leg through to set up for your lunge. When you're ready, inhale, rise. Inhale, straighten the left leg. As you exhale, sink deeper into your pose. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, sink. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, sink. And release back down onto your mat. Lower the right knee. Set up for your low lunge by keeping your knee directly above your ankle. Inhale the torso up and over. And you can grab opposite elbows here. Now inhale, bring the right arm down and bring the left hand up towards the sky as you twist over towards your left. Release here. Bring the right knee up, send the left to meet the back. Downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet here. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now release the knees onto your mat. Set the hips back on the heels. Child's pose. When you're ready, inhale back to tabletop. And find your way onto your back. And as we're down in our back, we'll start to set up for a supine twist by bringing our heels close to our glutes. Inhale your hips up, shift them all the way over towards the right side of your mat. Let the knees fall over towards the left side. Open up the arms in a T position as you gaze over to your right. Take a couple minutes here to cool down. When you're ready, inhale back to center. Now inhale, reach the hips up. Send the hips and scoop them over towards the left side of your mat. Let the knees fall over towards the right as our hands exhale in the T position as we gaze over towards our left. Use this moment to create space in the left side of our body. Now inhale back to center. And we can use this moment to stretch out by bringing our right ankle on our left knee. Inhaling as we wrap around our left hamstrings here. Keep your feet flexed here as we stretch in a reclined pigeon. Exhale, release and switch sides by bringing the left ankle onto the right knee, interlacing the hands behind the right hamstring. Flex the feet. Exhale, slowly release here. As we set up for our last pose, you're welcome to use a block or a bolster. Here we will prepare for our last pose, our corpse pose. Now you have an option to use a block here and place underneath your sacrum if you'd like to go into a restorative bridge pose. If you do so, bring it to its lowest height as you sit it underneath your sacrum and release into your restorative bridge. Keeping the knees directly hip-width distance apart, not splaying out or sickling it. Stay here, or you can choose to go into a variation of Shavasana by placing the bolster underneath your knees here.